Working.
All right. So here we go, conjunction rules. This sheet, I handed out to you when we worked on coordinating conjunctions, right? That was the fanboys, for, in, nor, but, or, yet, and so.
Yeah.
My sheet looks a little, it's the same, mine looks a little different because I made the font bigger. Yours is all on the front of one page, which makes it easier. And we have the conjunction rules. We have punctuation at the top. And then we have coordinating, subordinating, and adverbial. And then at the bottom of your page, again, yours is on one page, we have the identification rules. And we have coordinating, subordinating, and adverbial. See my smartboard special. Or it's not that smart. All right, now look. We have conjunction rules, punctuation. And we already did coordinating. Now we're going to work on subordinating. Everybody look at that. You guys see subordinating?
Yeah.
They're a type of conjunctions too. All right, but I want to go down to identification for subordinating. Down at the middle of the bottom there. Right here. Subordinating. Subordinating conjunctions make a perfectly good sentence a fragment or subordinate. That's why they call them subordinating conjunctions. They leave the reader with a question. All right. Now we talked about dependent and subordinate clauses. When you add a now I know I'll give you examples and it'll make it easy to understand. When you add a subordinating conjunction to an independent clause, it makes it subordinate. It makes it a subordinate clause. So, for example, look up here. John went to the store. Perfectly good independent clause, right? John went to the store. It's a sentence I use all the time. Now, add if. If is a subordinating conjunction. When you add if to that sentence, right? If John went to the store. Is that an independent clause now?
No.
No.
Yes, no.
If John went to the store. If John went to the store, what? It needs something else. All right? If John went to the store, he would buy some milk. Right. So, now, replace if with because or since. Same thing. Right? John went to the store. How about since John went to the store?
Buy some milk.
Or because John went to the store.
He got food.
Right, you want to add something else, all right? Now there's, unlike the coordinating conjunctions, which there are only 7 of, for, in, nor, but, or, yet, and so, the fanboys, there's millions of these. Well, maybe not millions, but there's a lot, okay? And here's just a few, like the most used ones, like in this box. Note, some of them can be more than one word. Right, provided that John went to the store, or until we're finished with this lesson, or how about unless you understand what's going on here. You guys get it?
We can never.
That's right. Now, so. The punctuation rules. The punctuation rules. You see what these words do. That is going to be. So we flip back up, go back up to the top, middle. Subordinating. Real simple. If you begin a sentence with a subordinating conjunction, because, if, since, although, you must always place a comma after the first clause. No comma is needed if the subordinating conjunction is placed between the two clauses. So when it's real simple, when a sentence begins with a subordinating conjunction, you have to have a comma in the middle. When the subordinating conjunction is in the middle, no comma is necessary. In most sentences, you can arrange either way. So look at this one. John went to the store because he needed milk. Now, what is the subordinating conjunction? What word in that sentence? John went to the store because he needed milk. Because, that's right. And where is it located? In the middle. Therefore, do we need a comma? No. Okay. So John went to the store because he needed milk. No comma is necessary. It's in the middle. Now, we're going to switch it around. We're going to start the sentence with because. Now, notice we just took these two clauses and moved them, switched them. Because he needed milk, John went to the store. Because this sentence begins with because, which is a subordinating conjunction. This sentence begins with a subordinating conjunction. You have to have a comma after the first clause. Everybody got that? When it's this way, where the subordinating conjunction is in the middle, no clause is necessary. Now there's an exception though. And it's just like the coordinating conjunction exception. The only exception is to show transition or contrast. Just like, remember how that was the exception with the coordinating conjunctions? Same thing. In the case of transition, the comma is optional and often used with the word although. Like, John went to the store, comma, although it was closed. You can, even though the although is in the middle, you can precede that with a comma. Right? You can put a comma before it because it shows the contrast. Okay? So, if you look at the sheet that I'm going to give you in 1 second here, that's this one. All right? If you look at these, we're going to underline the subordinating conjunctions. It's really quick. There's only 10 of them. It's only going to take a minute. We're going to underline the subordinating conjunction and then add a comma or not. So we're going to insert commas when necessary. Now look, we'll do the first one together. Everybody look up here. It's just like, it's the same one as, it's the same subordinating conjunction as was in our example, right? What's the subordinating conjunction in that sentence?
Because he was ill.
Right. Well, the word because is a subordinating conjunction. Because he was ill is the whole clause. Is the whole subordinate clause. But yes. So we're going to underline the word because. And where is because? Does it start the sentence or is it in the middle?
In the middle.
It's in the middle. So do we need a comma?
No. Yes.
No. When the subordinating conjunction is located in the middle of the two clauses, no comma is necessary. Unless it shows contrast. And then you can, right? Especially with the word although. So, like Pete didn't go to work yesterday because he was ill. You don't need a comma. But if you were to switch it around and you said, because he was ill, Pete didn't go to work yesterday, after ill, you would put a comma when you switch it around. When you begin, everybody got that? They could go either way. They could be switched around interchangeably. So, but you know, remember when you were in elementary school and like teachers would tell you, don't start a sentence with the word because, right? Because it's not going to be a sentence.